Hi guys, finally back in Sweden after a quite long trip home. So we left Zandvoort yesterday after the race, and we thought we were out in good time, but then it was massive traffic. So we sat in the car for about 4 or 5 hours, and then we unfortunately missed our flight, and but everything that had been a good weekend turned to the opposite. So the day got quite bad. We had some problems with our rental car, and we didn't manage to eat either lunch or dinner, and we had to somehow find a hotel, which was quite impossible in Amsterdam. But yeah, sooner or later we managed to do that, and we found a place. And then we thought about having a small celebration, but I think both me and Matthias were a bit too tired, so we just fell asleep. So yeah, but now I'm finally back home. Yeah, the qualifying was a big key for the success this weekend, for sure. To be honest, during the qualifying I didn't really realize that it was as good as it was. In the first qualifying I was quite far off the pace from Daniel Kvyat, who were on pole. So he had pole with about 4/10, I think, and I really felt like, wow, how should I be able to catch him for the second qualifying? I really have to, be at my top to beat him. And yeah, so I was slightly disappointed because the red flag came out, and then when we were out after the red flag I had a really good lap in, which would have secured the second place for the first qualifying, but then I got blocked in the last corner by someone, so a bit unfortunate, so third there. And for the second qualifying then I really, I think I did my procedure completely right with the tires, and everything was just perfect. I managed to put all my 3 sectors in one lap, and I got pole with 4/10. So, but honestly I didn't really know if it was enough or not, because I felt like I had been pushing quite the same as I did in the first one. So I came in and asked my engineer, like, was it enough? How was it? And he said, yeah, no worries, you have pole with almost half a second. So that was really pleasing. And then it turned out also that I had a pole for the second race as well, for the second fastest lap from the first qualifying, and I really didn't even think about that. I just heard it from someone after the qualifying. So yeah, that was two pole positions from a qualifying where I was first, quite disappointed. So that was quite nice. Yeah, the tire regulation works like this, that you have 12 tires that you can use for the whole weekend from the qualifying to the last race. And then you can split them however you want. You can use 3 sets, 12 tires in only the qualifying, and then just use old tires for the race, or you can save tires in the qualifying, etc. And I think 99% of the people use 8 tires in the qualifying, and then they have 4 new tires remaining left. So I saved 2 tires for both my pole position races, and then in the first race where I started third, I just used old tires. So that's what you normally do. You use the best tires for the race where you have the best starting position. Yeah, so in the first race I had 4 old tires, as I said, and I wasn't really expecting the pace to be that good, because the guys around me were using 2 new tires. Considering that, I could still overtake Alex Lynn in the restart for second place, which ultimately gave me points for first place, because Daniel was a guest driver. And so that was really good and really important, I think. And yeah, and then for the pole position races I used my new tires, and I think I just really focus on the starts. I just have to think I have to be first in that corner, and then from there on it should be okay. And yeah, I had 2 really good starts. I think that's really good that I managed to get my old starts back again consistently. to be able to pull away like 30 meters every time is really an advantage when you're fighting for a championship like this, and especially here in Zandvoort, it's really slippery on the grid, so it's really hard to get a good start. But I think I managed, especially in the third race, to have maybe a perfect start, so yeah, it was quite nice. Yeah, I know many of you people wonder why I went slower in the end of the races, and it's basically because we have a strategy, a quite aggressive approach for the race with the tire pressures and so on, that you want to be quick in the beginning of the race to maybe open a gap of 3, 4, 5 seconds in the first three laps, and it didn't really work because there was always safety cars, and every time there was a safety car, the advantage I had was kind of gone compared to the others, and the tires start to grain a lot in the end because of the cold temperatures in the track. And that's when the inside of the tire is cold and the outside is hot, so you get like the rubber is falling off the tire, and it's really affecting the performance a lot. And I seem to be struggling a bit more with that than the other guys, and it wasn't really so bad, to be honest. It was quite controlled anyways. But I think without the safety car, it would have made more sense. According to our simulations, it would have been quite easily controllable. But it was nice anyways to have some good racing. I think both Alex and Jordan King was pushing me quite hard, so that was a fair and nice races.